So how does the arguably most talented player to ever throw a ball in the NFL go from citing his family as the reason for his early success to breaking off contact with them entirely? On his own private island in Green Bay, how has Aaron Rodgers navigated relationships with other A-list celebrities? All those answers and more are next. I'm Jesse with NFL Dive, and this is the story of Aaron Rodgers' family. The son of Edward Wesley Rodgers and Darla Lee, Aaron Charles Rodgers grew up in poor conditions before his father found a stable career as a chiropractor. The Rodgers family moved around the West Coast, going from Chico, California to Ukiah, California, and finally to Beaverton, Oregon, where Rodgers attended Vose Elementary School and Whitford Middle School and played baseball. Thankfully, he was introduced to high school football when his family moved back to Chico, where Aaron attended Pleasant Valley High School and played quarterback, of course, graduating in spring of 2002. We all know that Aaron is one of the most gifted quarterbacks in all of football, and his father loved football too, but he wasn't a quarterback, he actually played offensive lineman. So Aaron Rodgers' father was a gifted athlete himself, like we just said. He played football as an offensive lineman for the Chico State Wildcats from 1973 to 1976. He didn't go professional though, mainly because he says he didn't really care about the game and he was too focused on partying, drinking, and drugs, and they distracted him from reaching his full potential. One day at the end of his career, Chico State assistant coach Pete Rileman pulled Edward Rodgers aside and told him something he remembers to this day, something that haunts him. Quote, "He told me I could have been the best offensive lineman in Chico history if I would have worked at it, and I just didn't work at it in the offseason," Edward Rodgers said. He passed on his wisdom to his sons Luke, Aaron, and Jordan. Aaron took his father's advice to heart, saying, quote, "Growing up, my dad told us that drinking in college kind of prevented him from becoming the player he wanted to be. That kind of scared me into not doing any of that stuff. I had a great upbringing with two awesome parents," Aaron Rodgers said. He would also state, quote, "I was raised in the church and understood right from wrong right away. I think just watching my friends and seeing the stuff they were dealing with and the problems they got into made me not want to do it," end quote. Somewhere along the road, though, things went awry. Aaron Rodgers has been estranged from his family since 2016, barely making contact with them for undisclosed reasons. His brother Jordan admitted he, quote, "didn't really have that much of a relationship with the quarterback. Quote, it's just kind of the way he's chosen to do life, and I've chosen to stay close with my family and my parents and my brother. Yeah, it's not ideal, and I love him, and I can't imagine what it's like to be in his shoes and have the pressure he has, the demands from people that he has. Don't have hard feelings against him, it's just how things go right now," end quote. This news is shocking considering how close the Rodgers brothers Luke and Jordan are. Luke said that it pained him not to have a close dynamic with Aaron. Quote, "I trust that God brings things full circle and that everything would just get back to us being a family," end quote. Indeed, it is speculated that Aaron's distance from the rest of the Rodgers Christian faith may have something to do with their estrangement. In January of 2020, Aaron said he had trouble relating with the religious community during his childhood. This comment by the 38-year-old quarterback did not sit well with the entire family. "They were dismayed," a source close to the family said. "The family is very dedicated to their Christian faith. To them, his comments are basically a slap in the face to the fundamentals of who they are. It's basically him turning his back on everything they have taught him," end quote. It's not that Aaron isn't religious, he just is not one to be extremely outward in his faith. This belief is exemplified in his practice of not thanking God for his on-field achievements. For him, his faith centers on leading by example, and he has explicitly stated that he doesn't believe God cares about who wins in sports, in a response to Seahawks quarterback Russell Wilson thanking God for helping him and his team beat Rodgers' Green Bay Packers in the 2014 NFC Championship game. This type of comment may rub other Christians the wrong way, such as Russell Wilson or his family members, or maybe even his brother. Let's get into his brother right now. Jordan Rodgers has a life outside of just being Aaron Rodgers' little brother, of course. Also a talented athlete in his own right, he followed in Aaron's footsteps by becoming the starting quarterback in high school and then playing at Butte College, transferring to Vanderbilt after 2 years. He then bounced around the NFL as an undrafted free agent but never found much success. He then became an athlete turned reality star, eventually winning season 12 of The Bachelorette, marrying the star Jojo Fletcher. Cementing his place in reality TV, he then went on to host shows Engaged with JoJo and Jordan, Cash Pad, and The Big D. He now works for ESPN as a college football analyst. The oldest Rodgers sibling, Luke Rodgers, had less success on the field but was married and welcomed a newborn baby, with Aaron Rodgers notably not attending the wedding or commenting on this new status as an uncle. Outside of his immediate family, Rodgers has had some high-profile personal relationships. Let's dive into his laundry list of girlfriends. In 2011, there were fleeting rumors linking Rodgers to actress Jessica Zohr. Although they eventually parted ways, the gossip mill went into overdrive in 2014 when the rumored couple was spotted together on multiple occasions, including playing a round of bowling with Taylor Swift at an after-party. Despite not making any formal public announcement, it does seem that the two of them amicably called it quits. Rodgers and actress Olivia Munn started dating in 2014, reportedly after meeting at the ACM Awards, where they presented the award for Song of the Year. Munn initially didn't recognize Rodgers, and when he revealed that he was an athlete, she assumed he was a college football player. Munn later confessed that she was drawn to Rodgers primarily because of his good looks, stating that she didn't really care what he did. Several months later, photos of the couple showing PDA on the set of Munn's show The Newsroom surfaced, prompting Rodgers to confirm their relationship during an ESPN interview. The quarterback expressed his contentment, stating he was real happy in the relationship and that he had learned to embrace the attention that came with it. Reflecting on his growth over the past few years, Rodgers remarked, quote, "The last couple years I've learned a lot about perspective and what's important. You cannot hide from the spotlight. You have to learn to embrace it." End quote. In June of 2014, the couple made their first public appearance at a film screening, and by the end of the year, they had become quite serious. According to Munn, the key to their successful relationship was making concessions amid their busy schedules, a sacrifice she was willing to make. Speaking to E! News, Munn explained, quote, "There's a lot of traveling, a lot of driving, and then you're just really happy with the decisions that you make. You kind of figure it out as you go." End quote. During that time, Munn also encouraged Rodgers to make amends with his estranged family, who he hadn't spoken to for months before this couple started dating. Munn later said that she persuaded Rodgers to call his parents, and the family temporarily mended their relationship. Quote, "Before he and I started dating, he hadn't spoken to the parents and one brother for like 8 months before we started dating," she shared during a 2018 appearance on Andy Cohen Live. She continued, quote, "They had a really nice conversation. Then they started coming out my first year when I was in Green Bay in 2014. I just think it's really important to try to mend things in a family, and I encouraged that." End quote. Things were going really smooth for the couple over the next few months, with Munn gushing about her boyfriend and how he had inspired her to be a healthier person and be more committed to an active lifestyle. Quote, "Aaron is different than every other man I've ever met. There's so much I could say. Everything a good person can be, he is. He's in such great shape, and especially lately, he's been eating so well and working out. Having somebody in your life like that is so motivating," she shared. Meanwhile, Rodgers praised Munn for being a huge encourager and huge supporter, and even putting some of her own career goals on hold to encourage him to achieve his own. He also shared that Munn had helped him become more comfortable with his celebrity and the fame that comes from being one of the top players. By 2016, the couple had become the subject of engagement rumors, although Munn was quick to shut things down. The rumors didn't stop there though, because a year later, the couple were reported to be engaged once again after Munn was spotted wearing a ruby on her left hand. Just a few months later, however, the couple broke up after 3 years together. Shortly after the split, Rodgers opened up about the relationship, explaining that sharing their romance with the public had been tough. Quote, "When you are living out a relationship in the public eye, it's difficult. It has some extra constraints because you have other opinions about your relationship, how it affects your work, and, just some inappropriate connections, he shared. Rodgers was linked to race car driver Danica Patrick in 2018, but the two had known each other for years prior. Patrick revealed that they had kept in touch through email and even had cute nicknames for each other. Quote, "We referred to each other as Chicago and Green Bay. It was very cute," Patrick shared on Jenny McCarthy's SiriusXM radio show. In January of that year, Patrick confirmed that they were indeed dating and joked that she would still cheer for her beloved Chicago Bears despite Rodgers playing for the Packers. They made their red carpet debut as a couple in July at the ESPYs. Rodgers opened up about their relationship in October, revealing that he felt comfortable sharing posts about their lives on social media. Quote, "We're just two people who enjoy being around each other and love each other. We're really into each other. We're really attracted to each other. She's a good travel partner because she's so laid back and low maintenance, and she's a hell of a cook, so we love just staying in too," he said. The couple continued to document their relationship on social media, with Patrick posting a heartfelt tribute to Rodgers on his birthday, calling him her best friend and favorite person in the world. By the end of 2019, the couple proved that things were serious between them when they purchased a home together in Malibu, California. While the couple were comfortable moving in together, Patrick said she wasn't expecting an engagement to happen immediately and was enjoying taking things daily. Quote, "You can't be attached to something going a certain way because if you really want something to happen, there's that equal energy of being afraid that it's not going to happen. So you just have to let it go and be like, well, am I having fun today? Yup, then life's good," she said. While Patrick and Rodgers spent the first few months of 2020 in their new beachside abode, their relationship sadly didn't last much longer. The couple split in July after a little over 2 years together, although they didn't specify what led to their breakup. Almost a year after their split, Patrick looked back on the couple's relationship, sharing that she had been brokenhearted after they went their separate ways. But while she was emotional, Patrick said that it opened her to many moments of joy. Quote, "I think we learn the most about ourselves through relationships, but there's nothing like heartbreak to really throw you in the deep end of that. But I've learned a lot, and as broken open as I was on the sad end, I have felt so much joy in so many more instances and so many more unlikely places than I ever have. So it's like my heart got broken open to both ends of the spectrum," she said. Meanwhile, Rodgers shared his own thoughts about the relationship, stating that it had been a great relationship for him, where he learned a lot about mindfulness. Quote, "I was dating Danica, and that relationship was great for me because she is on her own journey and spirituality is important to her. We both were finding our way, learning about different things, and practicing meditation techniques," he said. In early 2021, rumors surfaced that Rodgers was dating actress Shailene Woodley. Then Rodgers dropped a bombshell while accepting the award for the 2020 NFL MVP that he and Woodley were indeed engaged. Over the next few months, the couple was spotted out and about on several occasions, including a vacation in Mexico, an outing in Arkansas, and a trip to attend the Kentucky Derby. The pair even visited Hawaii with actor Miles Teller and his wife Kaylee. Shortly after their Hawaiian vacation, Woodley got serious about her feelings for Rodgers, sharing that she believed they were meant to be together and revealing they moved in together quickly. Despite things seemingly going well for the couple, they officially split in April. Woodley felt the relationship was on Aaron's terms and it wasn't making her happy. While they never officially confirmed their breakup, Woodley shared an emotional post about loss not long after. The most recent partner linked to Rodgers is Mallory Edens, a model and the daughter of one of Milwaukee Bucks' primary owners, Wes Edens. Both Wisconsin royalty, this pairing seems natural, and just 1 month before sharing their updated relationship status in January 2023, the pair were seen at a Bucks vs. Lakers game celebrating Rodgers' birthday. In years prior, the two had been spotted attending Bucks games together, and with the Hall of Fame-bound quarterback traded to the New York Jets, we will see where he and Edens end up as a couple. So no doubt Aaron Rodgers has had a lot of turbulent relationships over the years with a variety of different people, and I wonder if that's just going to get worse. Green Bay has like this small town kind of chill environment, and now he's going to the city that never sleeps. Only time will tell. Well, hey, if you enjoyed the video though, click this video recommended for you showing right now.